people with vision continue to remake our world. And vision is the first step towards imagining and creating a new reality. And of course, we all know that the world of reality is premised on choices. Where are we going to choose to support our vision for a future with the resources that we've worked so hard to amass over the course of a lifetime?
My wife and I are both products of a Jewish day school.
And we really wanted that for our kids.
We wanted something that would be attractive to a wider range of Jewish families.
We were determined that our children should have that education, and that's what we decided to do, and we worked really hard.
Some very big donors put their weight behind it, and they were very influential in getting the board of Sherith Israel to underwrite Solomon Schechter. Without that, it wouldn't have happened.
I think we assumed that we would stay for preschool and then we would do something different. And after a year in kindergarten here, we both said we would never leave. It was just a transformational, amazing experience for our son.
I walked into Levine and it just felt right. And I knew that the level of religion mixed with everything else I was seeing was perfect. And then it's continued to be such a great fit, ever since.
My mother actually taught here, so I've been around the school for a long time. But it wasn't until my wife and I made the decision to send our oldest son, Jacob, here 14 years ago to when we got involved. It was one of the best decisions that we ever made.
I think this might have been the third one we looked at, and we stopped looking after that. It just fit. Felt like home.
When we left Russia, we had no money, nothing. The school supported us going here for a little while until my parents got up on their feet and then they could start paying for it. But it was just really special that we were able to have that education in that community, even though we couldn't pay for it at the beginning. I think it's really important for any Jewish kid to be able to come and learn and be in this community and be included. I mean, we knew this is where we wanted to send our kids.
You know that your kids are going to be safe and in a comfortable environment.
What Levine does that's different is it layers on the Jewish component, and it gives them a stronger foundation, gives them an opportunity to think philosophically in a Jewish way. The way that we teach here at Levine Academy is for tomorrow. It's 21st century learning.
I'm looking at my sixth grader doing algebra. He started algebra in ninth grade. They start kids writing before they can spell.
They're learning a foreign language starting at age 3.
Our boys are 2, and the amount of development that we've seen is incredible. They're coming home, saying prayers, singing songs, and they've flourished here. They love it here.
To see my 11-year-old grandson read the Torah is just so exciting.
And it's not just what this group needs or what this class needs or what this grade needs. It's really what that child needs. The middle school is really able to dig deep into subjects, teach kids how to think, how to learn, how to study. Jacob was more than prepared to be a student at St. Mark's. It's the best of the best.
Both my kids went to the Episcopal School of Dallas, the irony, right? But what Levine did for my kids was build that sense of community, that sense of identity. They knew who they were when they left Levine.
It's something that he feels proud he's able to share his Jewish experience and who he is and feel confident about it.
Being a minority, it's very important that we are proud of who we are and we can come together and express that.
It's just like a sense of belonging, a sense of community that I think is really unique. When I brought my mom to Shabbat for the first time with our boys, she was like doing everything she could not to tear up. It was really special.
When I see the room full of children, I start crying because my father isn't here to see it.
And they're also growing up as strong, confident Jewish kids, and they're identifying themselves with Israel. They're growing up strong.
This place is not just a school for our children. It is a community for our family. It's not something that we expected when we enrolled here for the first time.
My life has been impacted in every way imaginable by what happens at this school.
It's very, very important to always be planning for the future and always be forward-thinking as to what could be the next way to teach. And we really are stepping well beyond our comfort zone into areas that allow our children to advance.
They could get a full, rounded Jewish education here with the extra resources that they need.
And we don't have public funds. So when you're giving, you're not just giving for your kids, you're giving for the whole community.
We don't want to be an elite school. We want to represent a cross-section of American Jewish families.
And it's incumbent upon all of us, supporters of this community, to provide that support to a school like Levine Academy.
We were just a couple like Jewish kids. They didn't know us, but they knew that it was important for us to be in this community. It had a huge impact on my life. I want to do the same for other kids that wouldn't otherwise be able to go here.
If we don't financially support the schools that raise those children that will become young adults and then leaders in our community, then what kind of product should we expect to receive? What kind of leadership in the future should we expect to have? We have to have these institutions to have a vibrant community and build the foundation for tomorrow.
There is no greater contribution that we can make to the future than saying we love our children, we love our grandchildren, and if they're going to be what we want them to become, we need to help to provide the environment for them to flourish.
My parents, as founders, would just be thrilled and to know that that's happening.
Investing in Levine, you're investing in a Jewish future.